Hello everybody, welcome back to the video. In this video, I wanted to do a little Q&A. I asked a question on Twitter. Asked the question. I had people ask me questions on Twitter, and I'm just gonna start from more or less just the bottom of the tweet and work my way up. I'm just gonna use all of it because I don't really have that many questions, but I want to use as much as I can. So, you know. So starting off, the first question comes from Twitter user Dusky. He asked if I was excited for the new year, and I'd have to say that I am actually really, really excited for this new year, especially with this whole new thing I'm trying with my content, expanding it into the furry community and making a new start for myself, giving the Twitch thing an actual try. I got this little, the Vtuber that I have talking to you right now. I just got this, have this for Sona here, and I want to give this thing a good shot. Given it a good shot, I want to, move out this year, something like that. Get out of the house. I don't know, moving on with we'll see how all of this goes. Twitch and YouTube, I want to give a shot. I want to see what I can do with it. I've had varying degrees of success with it, but I want to be able to expand my content and post what I want to post. On my old channel, I felt like I was forced to post just Sea of Thieves content, and I was forced to post the tutorial videos that I didn't really enjoy making, didn't really have fun doing. I enjoy streaming. Streaming was fun. I had a good stream last night, streamed some Minecraft, had some people pop through, and I love chatting with those people, so I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun with the stream stuff going forward. Obviously, I'm going to try to stream, like almost every day. I want to stream whatever I want to stream, whatever game I want to stream, whatever I want to do. I want to just do a variety, whatever I want to do. I don't want to be strapped down to a certain game, a certain category, or anything like that. But I kind of went on a tirade there, but that was a really good question. Thank you for that. I'm really excited for this new year to see where I can take this streaming and YouTube thing and see what I can do with it and see where I end up, as long as I don't end up in like a ditch on the side of the road. The next question we have is moving on, I guess. And the next question we have comes from Twitter user ANX13. It says, if you're being chased by a monster and that monster happened to be a 20-foot tall tortilla, what would the plan of escape be? I don't think there's any escape. I think I just die. And our next question here comes from Twitter user Nemus, that guy Nemus. All right, there you go. His question is, what made you a furry? I couldn't tell you. I'd have to say that it was the nice, welcoming community and the awesome art that everybody posts, and I just felt home here, and everybody's so nice and so sweet, and yeah. And the next question comes from Twitter user Rendox. And the question is, what kind of music do you like / listen to? In all honesty, I listen to basically all kinds of music. For example, in my playlist currently, I have the newest album from Soft Willie, Donna. And then I have That's What Christmas Is to Me, or That's Christmas to Me for Pentatonics. And then I have Foo Fighters in there. I have the Gorillas. I have the Fray. I have Owl City. I have just about everything on my playlist. And I'll listen to just about anything. I don't really care too much for country, but there are some songs that I do like. Mostly it's everything except for country. There's a couple songs that I do like from country, which, it's I don't know if they're actually country or not, but I have Providence I believe it's by The Providence. I can find it. I believe, I mean, I don't know if it's really country, but Providence by Poor Man's Poison is what I have in there. I don't really know if it's country or not. I can also link my top played songs of 2021 from YouTube Music. I'll probably put that in the description. I also tweeted that out the other day. I have a good bit of different music in there. Some Baby No Money. I got some Pink. I got a lot of varying stuff in there. Our next question comes from Twitter user Drevel the Protogen, or I think it's Drevel Stargaze. Yes, they're at. And the question is, how did you come up with your Sona's name? And what made you use it? So I'm going to start off with how I quote-unquote came up with my Sona. So my Sona was created by, or my character was created by Rivet the Protogen on Twitter. I will leave her link in the description as well. The character was created by her along with a bunch of other characters similar with different color schemes, but they were all based off of spiders, and they were all Protogen, so they have extra eyes and they have little claws, and their tails, look like a spider's abdomen. As for the name, well, as for why I'm using it is because it's the only Sona I have. The other Sona I have quote unquote, is a stupid wolf from when I was 13 in middle school, and I'm not counting that. I don't want to count that. That is old and it is stupid. But how did I come up with my Sona's name? The name I used was the name I was already using on the internet. It is Tormiline. So I haven't really given anybody a backstory of this name whenever I get asked of the name, even before I had a Sona. So originally the first character I made was Stormy the Wolf, which kind of stupid. But I took whenever I decided to scrap that and just I left the furry community when I was like 15, and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm gonna leave this behind me. You see how that worked out. Obviously, I'm still here. But whenever I left that, I took the name Stormy and put it through Google Translate. I believe it was Ethiopian, or I think it was Ethiopian. It was translated Stormy into Tormiline, and I was like, cool, I'm using this because I didn't really want to change my name or anything. So that is where that came from. And then I just used that as the Sona because I didn't really feel like coming up with a name or changing it or using the name that Rivet had already had for the Sona, because it was really, really long, and it was like a scientific name. I didn't really want to use that. I didn't want to have people pronounce that or have to pronounce that myself. But yeah, Tormiline, and there's your backstory. If you have anything else you want to know about that, I can definitely elaborate more. Now, our next question comes from a friend of mine named Rengi, and he asks, "What do you think of me?" And Rengi, I think you're awesome. I love talking to you. You're an awesome dude. I have a good time chatting with you. You're pretty sick. Awesome guy. Helped me get out there on Twitter. Fucking awesome dude. All around great guy. Everybody who's interacted with him has loved interacting with him. All of his friends say that he's awesome, and I am one of those, so I will also say that you are awesome. I fucking love you, dude. Our next question comes from Cheddar, or at CheesyM. It's his favorite type of cheese, and it's going to be, I want to say Swiss, and I also want to say shredded cheddar, like the shredded blend. But I think I'll probably have to go with Swiss. I think I like that a little more. I loved Subway's Swiss cheese, and then they got rid of it. So now I just use the shredded cheese. So, sad times. Our next question comes from Emerald King, and he asks, "What is your favorite content creator?" Now, this is a really hard question to answer because I don't have a favorite content creator. I watch just about everybody. back in the day when I was like 10 to 13, I would watch, Sky Does Minecraft, his group, Agent Canadian, that group, popular MMOs, all of those OG Minecraft YouTubers. I would watch the fuck out of them. Minecraft YouTubers nowadays, not really into that. I'll watch the new Dream videos when they come out, be like, okay, and then move on. I don't want to be a part of that community. I mean, good on them making content that all these kids love and bringing happiness to these children. So I can't fault them for that. Good on them for bringing these kids' childhoods a little, probably about as much joy that I got out of, Sky Does Minecraft in that group. And then after that, I think I went into the SMP Live era phase and watched the absolute piss out of that. Watched everybody from, Carson, who is, I don't watch anymore. His group of friends, Josh, C-Scoop, Travis, Slimesicle, J Schlatt, Connor Eats Pants, fucking love Connor Eats Pants. Probably the most. If I have to pick one, it's him. Let's see. I watched. Who else was there? It was Altrive. There's a lot of people there. Like everybody who was on SMP Live, I watched the fuck out of, and all of that friend group. And then after that, I was watching. After that, before SMP Live era, I was watching Vanos, Delirious, Nogla, Wildcat. I still watch some Wildcat, not very often though. That whole group, Louis, before he dropped off the face of the earth. I watched. After SMP Live, I watched. Probably after and during, I would watch what is it? Soup, or that was probably before SMP Live, wasn't it? Black Ops 3, Soup, Tranium, Soup, Tranium, Exedes, Suda, that group. I watched the fuck out of them. And then let's see, who else do I love watching? I don't watch too many streamers. To be honest, I don't watch too many nowadays. I don't watch much content in the furry community, but the notable ones that I did love were Majira. God, I can't think of half the names of these people. But like Majira and that sort of group, the people that he interacted with and made videos with, that group of people. Adler the Eagle, those people, I loved all those back whenever I was originally in the furry community before I left for a while. Let's see, who else is there? Nowadays, I still watch Soup. I still watch, Fitz, that group. I watch the fuck out of that group. Still, I've been watching them since like 2015, 2016, since I've been watching them. I used to watch, what is his name? I'm sorry. C-Day. I watched the fuck out of C-Day whenever he used to upload. I used to watch some Ninja. I didn't really care for him too much though. I watch Waylon. I still watch Waylon videos every time those come out. Those are super fucking good, no matter what video it is. Since he started uploading, basically, I love those videos, and I'll go back and rewatch them. I watched Faceless, another Rust YouTuber. God, there's so many. There's just so many people I've enjoyed watching content for and interacting with the communities that they have. There's just too many people to list. Honestly, like a lot of people, like a lot of the bigger names in gaming, I have watched the bigger and smaller names in gaming. In all honesty, I used to watch Mini Lad. You know what happened to him? Stopped watching him real quick. I know that I'm forgetting people, but there's a lot of people. Soviet Womble, watch the fuck out of him whenever he uploads. There's just so many people that I can't list them all. But again, if I have to pick one, Connor Eats Pants. Still watch him to this day. Watch his streams. Love the dude. I don't watch streams. I do not watch Twitch. Only when I watch. Only one I will open Twitch for. And the next question that we have is from Dozu Doggy. The question is, do you like books? Yes, I like books and audiobooks. I listen mostly to audiobooks nowadays because I don't really have the time to sit down and just sit down and only focus on reading. I'll listen to audiobooks at work while I'm working on like videos or playing video games, that kind of stuff. And if so, what is your favorite franchise, series / single book? So franchise, I'm not really sure, about how that really works. But I have to say, just all around author and books associated with the author would have to be Rick Riordan. Obviously, I loved his. Obviously, I loved I was a Percy Jackson kid. I love the Magnus Chase series. I love the Aru series, which isn't written by him, but it's associated with him. I loved I loved like every book from him basically. Every book he's like written, I've read and fucking loved. So series are on the Kane Chronicles. That's what I was forgetting. And then the series, obviously Percy Jackson, I'd have to say, because whenever I was, I got the first book when I was 12, or I was probably 10 or 12 or 11, and I read it so many times the spine fell out. So I love the fuck out of that book, and I still do, and I still sometimes go back and re-listen to some of those books. And currently, that's my all-around, all-time. Currently, my favorite book series right now would have to be the Conti Cycle by Greg Luderman. I follow him on Twitter, and I will probably leave his link down below. The Conti Cycle I fucking love that book series. I just finished the audiobook for The Fair Trade, which is the last book in the series. And right now, that'll have to be my single favorite book. But in the past, my favorite single book would have to be the Lightning Thief, I guess I'd have to say, or the Red Pyramid. I really like the Red Pyramid too. Both of those books are really good. It's hard to single out like single books and stuff like that, but I really love all those books and stuff. Everything in that sort of genre. And obviously all of Greg Luderman's work I fucking love. So, that's all I really have for that question. I really fucking love those books. And I will continue to re-listen to them like 100 times. And the next question isn't really a question. It is the question of Nefaru, I can't pronounce it, or Alexios from the visual novel Adastra. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go on Team Alexios because he's a twink cat and he's hot. And I don't care that he's a war criminal. He's hot. I don't care. Now, the next question comes from Cloud Nimbus. It is, what would you do if you were immortal? And what would you do if you had the power to turn others into their personas, but not yourself? If I was immortal, I don't know, fucking play video games. That's all I got for you, man. Just do whatever the fuck I wanted. If I'm immortal or invulnerable, that's the real question. Immortal, if I just live forever and don't have, like special, you can't die, but you can never get old. If I never get old, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Just keep playing video games, keep uploading content, do whatever I want. But if I'm invulnerable, I don't know, probably go fucking fight some people. I don't know. Just kill some people. I don't fucking know. Overthrow the government. That works. I probably can't put that in a video without it getting flagged, but, overthrow the world governments. Fuck that. Establish Protogen tyranny with the Protogen president. I think that's how it works. If I'm immortal, live long enough to see Protogens get created and become one, there you go. Well, that's the perfect tie-in to this question. If I was immortal and I could turn people into their personas, I'd just turn everybody into their personas because I'd end up living long enough for Protogens to happen. There you go. There's your fucking answer. That's how it goes. I'll just live long enough to see Protogens exist and become one. Boom, boom. Everybody gets what they want. I just have to wait a little longer. So the next tweet that we actually have is going to be from Huey, or HYU. I don't know how you want to pronounce that. It's going to be pats or hugs. I would have to say pats. I prefer those. But hugs are also very, very widely accepted, and I think that those are also very, very awesome. A combination of both, I think, would be really cool. Like a pat into a hug, or a hug and then a pat after. That I think that would work really well. But yeah, I think I have to prefer pats. I think this boy would rather be patted. And the next question comes from Dusky yet again on a different tweet. It is favorite thing about Protogens. Also, can I have a hug? First question. Yeah, my favorite thing about Protogens would have to be their little expressions on the fursuits and stuff. I love those little expressions. They're really fucking cute. I also have to say the ram's pretty cool. I like the ram. That's pretty awesome. And then the second question of also, can I have a hug? It's going to be yes. You can have a hug. I will also like your tweet. And then cheddar, I already answered. I asked what type of cheese I wanted. I liked again. So it's going to be Swiss. I still like Swiss. But other than that, I don't have any other questions. I will do another one of these really far down the line, probably like a year from now. I'll have another Q&A whenever more people have found my content and I've done more and, you know, things have changed. But other than that, that's really all I have for this video. I had a blast answering these questions and seeing all of these questions and thinking about these questions I asked these questions to give me questions like a week ago, and I had fun pondering them and thinking up of answers. And I didn't really write them down, obviously, as you can tell by my mumbling or not mumbling, but my tirades and tangents. But other than that, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys like my content. I'm going to keep doing more of this in the future. I got some commentary videos coming down the line, probably next year. I'm going to keep on doing my streams at twitch.tv/Tormiline. I'm going to keep on keeping on. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.